YouTube, what's up? It's your girl here, Makar from Cougar's Closet, and today is not going to be a long video at all. I just want to talk to everyone on my channel and let them know that I decided to get my vaccine. I'm partially vaccinated. I am not all the way vaccinated. And I wanted to talk about what made me decide to get vaccinated, because I was strongly against it, but I don't know if I want to use the word strongly against it. I wanted enough time for it to be out there long enough to, give them time to improve it, to see what it would do to others, I guess, so to speak, because when they first came out with it, I knew I wasn't going to take it right then and there. Just the thought of how they whipped it up so fast and put it out on the market had me like, nah, I'm gonna sit back and wait. And so I had plans to wait a little bit longer than what I did, but it didn't go like that. And let me tell you what made me decide to go ahead and take the shot. So it was in the afternoon. I was sitting on the couch or whatever, and I was doing some writing and carrying on. And so my phone had rung, and it was one of my guy friends. And so yeah, I look rough. It's been a horrible day. I just got off of work and it's raining and carrying on. But I was doing some writing and some research, and my friend had called, and we hadn't spoken in a few weeks or whatever. And so he had called and he asked me what was I doing, and I told him I was sitting down on the couch, doing some writing and some research. So he was saying that he was calling to check on me, and he was going to be calling to check on other friends as well. He was just making his rounds just in case anything had happened to anybody. And I asked him what had happened, and he told me that he had lost his niece to COVID. And I asked him what happened, and he said that she had contacted the virus or whatever, and he said that, she was at the hospital or whatever, and she was on the breathing machine because she needed help breathing. And he said they had got her to where she was back up breathing at 100, and she didn't need the machine any longer, and they took her off of the machine. So he said when they took her off of the machine, he called her, and he asked her how she was doing, and she said she was doing fine. But she said that he said that her last words to him was, "I sure do wish I would have had went ahead and took that shot." So I don't know why, because I've been hearing a lot of stories about people passing away from COVID and contracting it and not making it. But for some reason, it shook me up. I guess maybe because it was more closer to home, because he is really, really a good friend of mine. And we spend a lot of time together, and we go do things and stuff. So it was his niece, and it just felt like it was too close to home. So I said, I might go ahead and take this shot. So I was thinking about it. I was so up in the air about it. Because I just wasn't ready. And even when I was sitting back, watching when they first came out with it, a lot of people were getting blood clots. People were dying. People were going into seizures and comas, and all of this stuff was going on. So, like I said, I already knew right away that I wouldn't take it, and I knew eventually I would get around to taking it, but I just thought maybe it'd be maybe another year and a half. So I had called my sister, and I spoke to her about it, and she said, yeah, she said, you waited long enough. She said, it's time. She said, it's been out, long enough to where I'm pretty sure they've affected it a little bit more than what they have when they first put it out there. And so also she said something to me that kind of made me think too, because she had a valid point. And she said, your immune system is just wide out there, and just open, and at least the shot, will give you some type of boost or help. You don't want to get caught without nothing, and your body can't fight it off. You at least you got something there trying to help, to where if you were to come down with it, you would pretty much, probably the symptoms would be lesser and it just wouldn't wipe you out. So when she said that made a lot of sense to me, and especially if it's something I can prevent, I guess, And another thing that made me decide to get the shot is because I don't know if this is the new trend or what, but I'm seeing too many people laying on their deathbeds, and their last words are, I wish I had got vaccinated. There was a white lady right after my friend called and told me about his niece. There was a white lady. She was a TikToker. She was on TikTok. I don't know if she was a famous TikToker, but she was a TikToker. And she had a video, and she was in the hospital, and she was on her deathbed. And so she was saying the same thing, that she wished she had got the shot. That at first, I guess she didn't. She was kind of like me. She didn't have any plans on getting the shot. And then after a while, she said she was scared to get the shot. But then she said, she was biding her time doing the research about the shot and trying to talk to family members and see if they were going to get the shot and all go together. Because she said it was a big mess with trying to, get the family together to get everybody else in the family to take the shot. She said, some were agreeing, some weren't, and, she basically was trying to get them all on the same page. And finally, they had all got on the same page. And she said they were just next planning, what days who had off, so they could all come together and go get vaccinated together. But she didn't make it. She didn't make it past that point. She contracted it. And she was on her deathbed, and she said she wished she had got the shot. And underneath the captions, it said that she died 2 hours after recording that. So I'm really not a happy camper about it because, like I said, I kind of felt rushed, but I didn't feel rushed by anybody. But I felt rushed not to have, some sense, a level of security on me, if something was to happen, So it's better to be safe than sorry. Now, would I tell anybody else to go and get it? That's a hard thing to say because I know there's many people that's like me that's definitely totally against it and don't want it in their bodies. But then again, if it's going to keep you in the game, then of course I guess I will go ahead and say get it. If you don't want to get caught on the table saying you wish you had got it, or ripping yourself away from your kids and your grandkids or your husband and your family just because you decided not to take it, and there's something that could have been done about it. That's what I'm seeing. Most of these people are wishing they would have did something about it, but by that time it's too late. So when I went and got the shot, I got the Pfizer, and the Pfizer you have to wait 3 weeks before you get the second shot. So I will say, when I first asked around people that I work with that already took it, because there's only a handful of us that didn't get it. The rest of my job, they basically all got it. So when I asked around, how people felt or whatever, a lot of people said, they didn't have any symptoms. nothing bothered them. That they just had sore arms. That was all they had. Some had, where it kind of altered their bowel movement for a couple of days. One of my co-workers, it shot his blood pressure up. But this is when it first came out. So the ones that I spoke to now about it, since it's had time to be critiqued a little bit, they said, Makara, nothing, just a sore arm. That's it. So I went and I got it, and that was the same thing. I had no symptoms. I didn't feel any type of way. My best friend Maurice, he said the same thing too. That he just had a sore arm as well. I had no symptoms. I did have a sore arm, and I thought, I don't know for why and for what, but I thought that I was gonna come home and take a couple of Tylenols or ibuprofens and catch it, the soreness, before it started the next morning, and I took them. But when I got up, I was really, really sore. I guess because maybe that shot went in the muscle, and maybe the Tylenol or the ibuprofen isn't allowed to enter into the muscle or whatever. I don't know, but nothing worked to relieve it. I just had to kind of let it wear off. So I returned back on the 9th for my second shot. So I will keep you guys posted and let you know if I have, any side effects, or, if something's off kilter or anything, But so far, nothing but a sore arm. So, how do you guys feel about taking the vaccine? Have you taken the vaccine? Did you suffer any side effects of the vaccine? If so, leave a comment and let me know. Let other oncomers that come in my room, let them know. Are there things you need to look out for? Because one of my coworkers, after I took it, she told me to make sure I stayed hydrated and make sure I drank a lot of water, or something with electrolytes, because it kind of dried her mouth out, And she said, just make sure you have a lot of fluids when you take it or whatever. So, some people it's not bothering. Some people didn't have some slight little minor effects or whatever. And some people just had a sore arm. So, how do you feel about it? Are you thinking about taking it? Have you already taken it? Are you totally against it? Have you decided that you're just not going to take it at all? So, leave me a comment and let me know. I will return back on the 9th, or maybe either the 9th or maybe the 12th or the 13th, because by that time, it'll have enough time to get in there and start settling, because on the 9th, I really probably wouldn't notice anything, right then and there on the same day, because I didn't the same day I got it. I didn't actually start getting sore till about 3 or 4 hours later, and then the next morning, and the soreness lasted, for about 2 or 3 days. It's just now going away, but I hate that I have to go back again and get this other shot, because I'm going to be sore again. I have them shoot me in my right arm because I'm left-handed, and I use my left hand a lot, but I still, sometimes need to use this one too, but, hey, it's better, I guess, to have a sore arm to be dead, right? So, please like, please share, please subscribe. Cougar's Closet. Mwah.